Now we are done with both user pool and Cognito pool. As a final task, let's create a web application where these are the requirements. So we can use only Cognito and S3 and IAM. We can't use API gateway or Lambda function. And requirement is that authenticated users can upload file with some unique key, and then they can share that key with anyone, and then any user including guest or authenticated users can download the file by providing key and email of the user who uploaded the file. Also, authenticated users should be able to log in using Google account. So we can use S3 bucket to upload the file and store it. And we can use this setup where random user will be assigned a role with less privilege, and our logged in users will be assigned permission with right to S3, and that's how we can create it. So I have created the app here. Let's open it and do the setup in AWS. Let's create fresh project. I will close these files, and here I will create new project. Let's call it ShareMyFile. So npm create latest ShareMyFile. React and JavaScript. Coming to dependencies that we will use ODIC client TS and React ODIC context for doing the OAuth flow, and React router DOM for navigation, S3 client, and Cognito client. So client Cognito identity will be used for managing the ID pool, and S3 client will be used for uploading and getting S3 files. Let's copy these dependencies, and I will stop it here in these dependencies. Let's paste them and do npm install once more. Also, we need .env file to store environment variables like bucket name and all that. So I will get .env, and here copy it. We will update these values soon after creating these resources in AWS. Now let's edit these files. So main.jsx, and let's start with main.jsx and get high level overview. So in SRC we have main.jsx, and here we are creating ODIC context for OAuth flow with Cognito user pool, and creating two routes mainly. Copy it and paste it. Then there are some changes in CSS files, so I will just copy paste here index.css and app.css. And then we have app.jsx. So in app.jsx we have all the logic for uploading the initiating upload and all the view logic. So I will copy paste it in app.jsx, and one more thing is that we have this utils.js. We will come to them after some time when we will run app. For now I'm just creating it. to utils, and inside utils we have utils.jsx. Okay, I guess all the copy pastings are done. Now let's go and create the resources. So first we will go to user pool, and I will go to AP Southern region, and here let's create user pool with public client and email for sign in and sign up. Callback URL, we will, after successful login, we will redirect to the callback at this path auth.js, which I have not created. I forgot to create. So we will redirect here auth.jsx, and also so it will go to local host 5173 and /auth with authorization code, and all this code I had already copied. Now we need one user here, so let's go and create user, view login page, and let's create one account. So and then let's update these user pool specific details in our environment file. So we need user pool ID here, and we need domain name also. I guess domain name. Yeah, user pool domain name we need, which is AP South 1, which is here. And then we need client ID, which we created this public client. All these user pool specific things will be used for OAuth workflow. So Cognito user pool client ID, and now we are done with user pool. We need to create one ID pool to issue IAM roles and a credential for IAM roles, and also we need to create one S3 bucket to store the files. So let's go ahead and create ID pool. We will create for both guest and authenticated users. We want for Cognito as identity provider, and for Cognito authenticated user, let's call it auth ShareMyFile role, and here it will be guest ShareMyFile role. These are policy documents, but we will go ahead and update, and for that I have uploaded the policy in resources folder. So for guest user, we will have this policy where they can get object for bucket, and for put you for authenticated users, they can do both get and put for that particular bucket, that whatever we create. Right now I have kept ABC, but whatever bucket we will create, we will keep there. For now, let's proceed. User pool, let's call. Okay, so user pool that I just created, I forgot its ID. It's few minutes ago, 4 minutes ago. This one. Let's name it to share my file. And now if I search share my file client, this one, all other thing will default, and here also I will share my file as name. create identity pool, and we need identity pool ID. Put it here. Next thing is S3 bucket. So let's go to S3 and create S3 bucket. Create bucket, general purpose bucket, and let's see if this name is available. Cognito course, is it available or not? If it's available, we will create with default settings. And it was available. We got bucket. Right now it's empty. We need its name, and we will go back to ID pool. Under ID pool user access, we have to update our roles now. So first I will update authenticated access role and grant it read and write permission for bucket. So let's this is bucket name, and this is code from GitHub. This is policy document. So I will just update this bucket name in the policy document, and all other things I can keep as it is. Now let's go to role tab again, and in role tab I have this policy which I can I should be able to edit. Yeah, edit, and it opened in new tab. Here I will add one more object with get and put permissions. Next, JSON must not have leading spaces. Somewhere it says I have leading spaces. Okay, here at top. Save changes. Now I will close these two tabs and go back to identity pool. This time I have to update guest user role. So in guest user role, we want to add edit permission for bucket. So edit it and go back to GitHub, get the policy for guest user. It's almost similar, just minor difference is that here we have only get. So copy and paste, copy this and put it here and save it. It will give the summary and save it. Also, one thing we forgot is that in environment variables also we need to update S3 bucket name. So that is also done now. Now all resources are created. We updated the environment variable. Let's start the app and see it. So npm run build, npm run, copy it, and I will close some of these tabs. Let's close this one, these are required, this one no more required, this is required, this is not required. Let's see if it's working. I will enable inspect. So right now I'm not signed in, and here I'm able to see sign in option, with I can provide users the owner's email, whoever uploaded, and the password provided by them to me to download the file. And let's sign in. Error encountered. Redirect mismatch, it says. Okay, what might be a mistake? It says redirect mismatch. Let's go back to user pool once again, and under login pages, I guess I know. Okay, I know. Here I kept HTTPS instead of HTTP, and also I forgot to add logout URL. So logout URL should be just your home page. Now, if I click on sign in, it will take time. It will take 1-2 minutes. We have faced this problem multiple times. Till that, it's taking time to save the settings. Let's go and see what exactly we have here. Conceptually, we understood what we are doing, but let's see the React code, how we are doing here. So in main.jsx, we already saw that we are providing the context for React OIDC client for managing the OAuth flow and storing the access and refresh token and ID token. And then we have these two routes, homepage and auth route. Let's go to auth route first because that's simpler one. So in auth route, what we are doing, as soon as successful login happens, these two are not required here. So as soon as successful login happens, user is redirected to callback URL localhost 5173/auth. And when they come here and as soon as they are authenticated, till they are authenticated, we just show authenticating, and once they are authenticated, we call getID function and then navigate to home page. And what this getID function does is that it with getID we are also passing ID token of user, and what it does is that it uses that ID token to get users ID in identity pool. If it exists, then it will just get. If it not exist, then it will create. And then we are storing that identity or ID in the local storage. Also, this function is handling another case where normal users, when unlogged in user will call this function, then this login part will not pass, and then for those users also we are storing their ID in the local storage. And after that we have home page, which is app.jsx route, and this is big one. Let's go from start. So we have these two functions. We have imported get file from S3 and put file from S3, and they are using that S3 client, JavaScript S3 library or SDK. In return, we are showing for loading, and for error. And we have this header where we are showing login and logout depending on each authenticated state. And we have two other containers. One is upload container and one is download container. So upload container will be accessible only for authenticated users. Download container will be accessible for everyone. And talking about upload container, we are just taking the file and calling handle upload function, which will in turn call S3 client, S3 library or S3 function to upload the file. And similarly, download will also call it. So main thing is this get and put file to S3. Let's go and see this file also what it is doing. So get file from S3, it's in utils. And here we have get file from S3. So what it is doing is that first it's getting the IAM credentials, and using those IAM credentials, it's just calling get object command and then downloading the file. Similarly, put function is also just getting credentials and uploading the file. That's a high level overview of what we are doing in the front end here. Where now I think that UI should work. It's working. What happened is that here I was already logged in Cognito. That's why it logged me in. And now if I go to storage, here under local storage, I have my ID, which is from identity pool. And in the session storage, right now there is no IAM credentials. This access and ID token is managed by React ODIC client library. So that storage is still not created. Let's upload something and see if it's going in S3 bucket. So I will upload one file named test file. It's selected. Now here email is uneditable, but I can edit the key that I want to share. It's kind of alphanumeric password, which will secure my file from unwanted access. So let's give something simple, 123 ABC. And when I click on, I should open network call also to show what exactly is happening. So when I click on upload, it got blocked. It says network error when attempting to fetch a resource. And reason behind this is cost. So this thing I forgot to update in S3 bucket. So in S3 bucket, if we make call from some another host apart from the domain of S3, then we have to update cost policy of S3. And in cost policy, we need to allow origin, which is our local host. If you are hosting this client in CloudFront or somewhere, make sure to allow that origin. For now, I will copy it and go to S3 settings. Right now, I think file is not uploaded. And go to permissions and locate this course sharing setting, edit it, and paste your file, paste your course settings there. Here I have allowed post and delete also, but I think get and put are sufficient for this. Let's go back to our UI and try to upload file once again. It got uploaded. File is successfully uploaded. Secret to series 123 ABC text. Now suppose some third second person comes whom we want to upload our file and they are not logged in. So for that scenario, I will open in Cognito window, and here I will open the URL, and also I will copy my email. So they know my email, and okay. So they know my email, and they know the password which I sent them here. And this password is combination of the secret which I entered here and also extension. File owner cognito course@gmail.com. Now let's see download. So as a guest user also, when I am doing a download, first thing it will create identity for me in my ID pool, and after that it will get credentials and then download it. Let's keep network call open to see all the calls. Here only it failed. What was call? Call went to Cognito identity pool with identity is empty. Okay. So first time we got identity pool as this, and then when it tried to post the call, means when it tried to get when the request header, we can see what was the header for which it failed. So header was get credentials for identity. During that call, for some reason, the identity which it posted is empty. Let's see the storage, local storage here. Identity is available here. Let's see once again. So it's failing at this point. It tried to get the identity, and then it made the call, but it failed. So let's see console if something is there. Start of map were not found. Object metadata, identity ID, listing, downloading this file. Okay. Let's clear it and add one log to understand if it's if it have our identity or not. So I will add one log as identity ID, and now let's click on download. Okay, this time it worked. Not sure what happened last time, but now we have this file. File name is different here, but this is the same content which is in the text file. And here we have the log. I think for this identity, it's ending with DB, and here also it's ending with DB. And this one was ending with local storage. It was ending with FC something. So now here also we can try to download once. I will, as login user, the file which I have uploaded, I will try to download the same file. Network, download. Here, download worked again, and I got the file. So that's it, I think. Now let's go back to resources and see once what are changes that happened there. So since we uploaded only one file, we should see one file in S3 bucket. It is here. We here I think nothing will be there because we created user and that is there. And coming to identity pool, we should see two identity pool. One is authenticated, which we logged in using Cognito, and another one is unauthenticated. Now, one feature which is still missing is that we have still not added login, Google login. So for that, let's go to client, view login page, and here login using Google is still not coming. Let's quickly integrate that as well. So for that, I will go to social and external provider, add identity provider, Google, and then I will go to Google Cloud. So Google Cloud console. Go to console and remove all this till the end and just make console.cloud.google.com/auth. We need to create new project. We can continue with existing, but I'm just creating new. Let's call it share my file and created. It's creating. Now select the project and go to OAuth, Google Auth platform, and we need to set up quickly branding and client. So let's do it. Let's call share my file and email audience is external, contact information, Cognito, IAM. Now we need domain. So I will go. I think I have domain here in env file. So from there I can take Cognito domain. And let's go back to OAuth, create OAuth client. Here in OAuth client, we have to copy that domain with this thing, application as web application in authorized URIs. First we paste Cognito domain, and then we add /OAuth2/IDP response and create it. Copy client ID, copy client secret, and here open ID, email, and profile. Open ID, email profile. Here let's call name to name, and another attribute verified email to email verified to verified email. Verified email. Okay, let's create identity provider. Now let's go to client and enable this identity provider. So edit and add Google also as identity provider for this user pool. Here, it's sent auth code, and now I'm logged in with Google as identity provider. So it's like Google is connected to user pool, and user pool uh, user pool's ID token is used in our identity pool. Let's go to our ID pool and see. Right now, this is user pool. By now, we should have one more ID here. Yeah, here. So one is authenticated and one is unauthenticated and two are authenticated, and both came from this Cognito user pool. So we are done. This is it for this course on Cognito. Thanks for watching, and if you have any doubts, let me know in the comments. Thanks.